Alright then, today I thought I might mix it up and upload just some pub gameplay footage and talk a bit about the Scout and how I play him and why I enjoy him so much. And you'll have to excuse, there will be a little bit of background noise. Some of the boys were in Mumble having a bit of a chat. But basically I suppose Scout's biggest advantage is obviously his speed. He's small and he's hard to hit, so you want to be keeping on the move as much as possible. I'm a big fan of his stock scattergun. As you can see, I don't use view models, but that's almost always what I'm using. I've also got the winger as my secondary, so I can get round to a few more unique places with that extra jump. In that fight there, that's a good example of knowing how much damage the mini sentry would do to me versus how much damage I needed to do to the NG to finish him off. And here I'm a bit scared of the sniper, but I know it's a pub, so I'm not too afraid of him being a god. And I want to take down that equipment. And here I've tried to convince the heavy to turn, to think that I'm running past him. And as you can see, eventually he does turn around just as I come around the corner, which makes things nice and easy. Now there, based on my past experience, I knew he wasn't the best sniper, so I decided to take him on just in a straight point and click battle. And again here on Gravel Pit, which is quite an old popular map, a lot of people will move from A to B through the C point when they're attacking. So you can usually assume that people won't be facing A if you're pushing through them, pushing through that connector. So it's usually a safe option to try and get up behind and really hit some people with some big meat shots.
Just picked up some bitches, dude.
And there's a beautiful bit of Brody telling us about his ability to pick up the women folk. So apologies about that. Now here the footage cuts for a second. I did this as 2-minute chunks.
Oh, that's a fucking rough old metal.
And there's Brody, and so I just sectioned them together, but as you can see it's the same life. So here again I'm just trying to stay mobile, see what's happening around me, and get behind heroes. Well, not heroes, I've been playing too much Overwatch. Cheese and crackers. Get behind the opposition classes. Again, I'm just looking around, keeping an eye out for people rotating through A, and trying to stay as mobile as possible. There I cocked up my jump, but not to too much of a detriment, I suppose. Here I see a medic, which is always a good pick to get. I have no idea what he was doing, but he was obviously healing this fish scout. But I suppose that's why you love TF2, or pub TF2 at least, isn't it? You come across those random little things that are quite humorous. Here now I've noticed that they're starting to cap B, or at least starting to push B a bit more aggressively. So I want to go and see what I can do. Pyros have always been a bit of a nemesis for me. A lot of TF2 is about knowing your strengths and weaknesses, as well as the strengths and weaknesses of the class that you're playing. And although Scouts in many ways in competitive are a direct counter to Pyro, not that Pyro's played very much. For me personally, that they've always been something I've struggled with. So I don't want to get too up close and personal with them. The medic again is just too tempting. And again, I know there's sentries here, so I can try and bait them in and feed them to the equipment that's been set up. Now here, quick bit of math tells me that I'll be close to full health if I get that kit after staying at the NG, because I don't want to stay in there because I know that they'll be coming to spam it out. And as you can see, staying there was in the end my downfall. But here's the next life. Again, I'm going back to the same point, just trying to practice my aim and movement and whatnot. Again, I don't really want to be in there because I'm a very, very squishy class, and I kind of have zero health. But nonetheless, I'm trying to be a bit irritating and push from the sides and use my movement and my knowledge of the map to outplay the opposition at hand. Cutting it a bit fine there, but I suppose it worked out in the end, didn't it? And that's just a bit of luck that the scout was there. That was not planned at all. But now again, just keeping my movement going, trying to find different angles. Here I hop up. I know there's a sentry in there, so I don't really want to commit to jumping down in case there is a sentry. And there was, so I left it. It's not my role as a scout to do that. Here I know the scout's low. Because I've done some damage to him, so I choose to target him over the medic. Although arguably both would be a perfectly acceptable choice. And again, I know that I've got this entry to work off. I don't want to sit behind it, but I do want to use it as a safe place to drag players into. But yeah, I don't know what I think of this kind of video. It's not really been my style. But I might be doing a couple of them over the next little while. A few people have suggested that I should upload a bit more. So thanks for watching. Hopefully it's not too boring. Bye.